Hello guys, this is your Vijay. Now we have to see about the in traps in London system. So this is last trap and this is like more than 25 moves. So the video is so lengthy. So this is the disclaimer. So let's get started this video. So this trap is called Carlsen's bb5 trap. So we have to kick out this video. So d4, d5, bishop to f4. The London system we have to play, but this game is called Queen's Pawn game and Mozan variation. So now black replies the knight f6. We have to support the center with the e3 and black to try to break the center to push the c5 pawn. And now we have to play the c3. This is called pyramid structure. Now black replies the knight c6 and we have to develop in our knight in d2. So black to solidify and support the center with the e6 and open up the bishop and queen diagonal. Now we have to develop with our king side pieces. This is knight gf3 and next black replies bishop to d6 to challenge the bishop. We could not to trade because we also told that the queen is developed already, so we cannot to trade. So we back up the bishop g3 and black to castle. Now we have to try to attack the knight and knight back to e7 to prevent the pawn structure. So we have to back up the bishop d3 move and black to play d6 to support the pawn, but this is inaccuracy. We have to break the center to e4. So next d captures e4, knight captures e4, knight captures e4, bishop capture e4 to thread the rook. The rook is coming to the b8 square. This is an accuracy because we have to take the d cross c5 pawn. Now the bishop captures g3. Now h captures g3. The f5 is the blunder because we have to trade the queen to d8 and rook captures d8. Now we have to push the c6 pawn to promote double attack to the rook. So knight to prevent the square, we have to sacrifice with our bishop in d5. Rook captures d5, knight to d1 to challenge the rook. So black to take the d1 square rook, we have to take with the king, and black to play bishop to a6. We have to develop with our knight to e5 to promote in our pawn in the queen, but rook to c8 to threaten the pawn, but our knight is guarded that pawn. We have to push the another c4 pawn. b5 is the inaccuracy because we have to play the b4 totally to ignore the c5 pawn, b cross c4, and we have to try to remove the guard of the c5 pawn in the bishop. So next rook to d8 shake. We have to go to the c5 to attack the pawn. The rook to d5 to try to attack the knight to solidify the knight with the f4, and now the black is resigned because the pawn is promoted to the queen. So totally have to sacrifice with our all pieces.
You cannot to stop the pawn to promote the queen.
So black want to resign. The game is played Grandmaster Carlsen against to Grandmaster Sapajou Mari. The white is a Carlsen and the black is a Sapajou Mari. It is the World Blitz game in 2016. The game is winned by the Carlsen. So please, thank you for watching.